everyone, hope you're doing amazing today. We're doing really well, thank you. My name is Carolina Fonseca Jimenez. I focus on doing children's books that promote love, unity, and peace. And as you know, we also interpret dreams here. The reason that we do that is because when we interpret our dreams, we are connecting with our subconscious, and when we share them, we connect with one another on a more profound level. So guys, in this video, it's going to be about peace. All we're going to talk about is how to stay in that energy of peace for a longer period of time throughout the day. Okay, many of you have been asking this. A lot of you are saying that you want to be in more loving energy and in more peaceful energy, but when something happens either at work or with your family, you find yourself kind of veering off and you're like, forget the peace, I need to tell you how I'm feeling, and then we kind of get off the rail, right? So I'm going to tell you the 3 little things that I use every single day to help me stay in that peaceful energy. Because like you know, it is not always easy. Okay, it is not always easy, but that is why I practice that every single day. So I'll tell you my first tip. Okay, the first thing that I do every single day is I practice forgiveness. Okay, there's going to be 3 things. This is the first one, forgiveness. Now, whenever I talk about forgiveness, this is forgiving other people, but also forgiving myself. Okay, so for example, let's say that I'm with my family or I'm at work and somebody says or does something that I find either offensive or hurts my feelings or whatever, right? Whenever that happens, I always remember, I'm like, that person is literally just like I am, right? I've been in a situation before where I've said something that's out of line, whether it be on purpose, whether it be on accident, it doesn't matter, right? But I've been in that situation where I've done that, right? So I have to understand and remember that that person is really just like me. This person is also trying to live their life, trying to create a better life for themselves and for their families. So whenever I can just remember that we are the same in that way, that at the core we are the same, I'm able to forgive, okay? I forgive them for anything that they've said, anything that they've insinuated, whatever, right? I provide forgiveness, okay? And this forgiveness is not just, it's not for them, right? It's for me. It's for me to be able to grow from this, right? And to let it go. So whenever you're in a situation where you're frustrated, where you're like, I just am really upset at you and I'm very angry with you, practice looking at that person and remembering they are just like you. They're just like us. They're just trying to figure it out too. Practice forgiveness. Whether they forgive you back or not doesn't matter. It does not matter at this point, but you have the power to forgive, okay? Because that is a power. So once you're able to practice forgiveness, once you've got that down packed, let's move on to step 2. Step 2 is letting go, okay? Now, whenever something happens and we're able to forgive, right? But if we don't let go, if we forgive, but we don't let go of whatever's going on and we remember the feeling and we give it energy, then we're not fully through, right? We're not fully done with it. So the second step is to letting it go. Let go of those emotions that are weighing you down. Let go of the situation. You can still remember it, right? Many of you are like, Carolina, but I still remember what happened and I keep thinking about it and it keeps coming back. That's fine. If you remember it right now, it's fine. You can always remember it. It can always be a memory, and it should be a memory, right? Because we learn from these things. But let go of the negativity associated with it. Find out what you learned from that situation and then let go of the energy that doesn't serve you anymore, okay? Just let it go. And by this, I also mean that if you're looking at the situation, but you're still feeling anger, you're still feeling frustration, you're still feeling all of these things, there's no need to focus on it anymore because you're not fully ready to move on yet, right? Give yourself some time. Allow yourself to let those feelings go. Continue to forgive, okay? Continue to practice that forgiveness, and then that will help you with step 2 of letting this energy go. Because guys, it doesn't do you any good, and it doesn't do me any good to hold on to these feelings, to hold on to all of this heavy energy, this frustration energy, this anxious energy, whatever, all of this energy that's operating out of fear. If we forgive, but we hold on to these feelings, then we're not fully done, okay? And once you're able to really let go of these feelings, then you're going to feel free. Then you're going to feel super liberated, and that's where the empowerment comes in, okay? Now, once you're in a situation, you're able to forgive, you're able to move on to step 2, and you let it go, then you can move on to step 3, okay? And that is practicing unconditional love, all right? Now, unconditional love is loving whatever person, whatever situation in the way that it's presented right before you, okay? Now, this is actually, this is one that you need to practice a lot, okay? This is one that I practice every single day too, because sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes it's hard to genuinely love someone unconditionally when you know that they've hurt someone or have hurt you or have tried to hurt you, those kinds of things, right? It's challenging, okay? But it's not impossible. Whenever you're in a situation and you see someone that has done something that hurts you or other people, if you can remember to look at them and remember that they are just like you, they're just trying to figure it out like we've talked about, and give them that unconditional love, that simply is a reflection of yourself too. Because remember guys, whatever it is that we're practicing with other people, the way that I treat other people is the way that I internally treat myself, is the way that I subconsciously treat and accept myself. Okay, so all of these practices that we're doing, practicing forgiving other people, practicing letting go of this heavy energy, practicing unconditional love, this is practice for others too, but it's more for us. Okay, it's practice for us, and that's where we can grow, where we can be empowered, where we can take that power back and say, you know what, even though this has happened out here, I have the power to forgive, to let go, and to love unconditionally. And remember, whenever you're practicing this, this is also the energy you're giving yourself inside. Okay, so if I do something where I'm like, oh, I committed an error, or I did something I wasn't supposed to do, or whatever, if I'm able to practice this with myself, then that brings me power too, because I forgive myself, I have allowed myself to let those feelings go, and then I have provided unconditional love for myself. Okay, and then one thing to really remember is that if you want to stay in this peaceful energy, the more and more and more that you practice these 3 steps, the more that you're going to realize as soon as you want to get out of it, right? If you're in a situation at work or anywhere else where you feel like anxious energy is coming, where you feel like angry energy is coming, you're going to feel it right away, right? You're going to be in this peaceful energy, and as soon as you start veering off course, you're going to be like, okay, no, I feel myself getting out of peaceful energy. I need to get back to my neutral state, back to my peaceful energy, right? And it's really wonderful practice, because that's how you stay more in peaceful energy. Okay, the more that you practice this, the more that you can just be aware. Okay, recognize these feelings that are coming, recognize that heavy energy that may be coming, and then you can just remember, forgive, let go, and provide unconditional love to it. Okay, and then something that we need to remember too, that is really important whenever we're talking about being in that peaceful energy, is that if there's like something that upsets me, right, something small, let's say something small upsets me, like somebody misplaced a paper in my office, and I'm like, where did you put the paper? They misplaced it somewhere. Okay, I can be upset at that, and I may think, oh, that's just like a little upset, it's not a big deal, it's just like I'm a little bit upset, right? And then if we compare that to like a bigger upset, like if somebody like says something really mean to you in front of like your whole family, okay, that's like something to get you really, really upset. But to your subconscious self, to your like hardcore self, the little upset versus the big upset is like the same thing. Okay, why? Because it takes you out of peaceful energy. Anything that takes you out of peaceful energy is an upset. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a little one or if it's a big one. Okay, they are all equally important, and as soon as we feel that upset coming, that kind of anxiety, frustration, whatever coming, then we can recognize it and move back into peaceful energy. Okay, because many of you are asking, how can you stay in peaceful energy more of the time? And guys, this is how you do it, because I literally practice this every single day. Okay, whenever I'm at work, whenever I'm with family, whenever I'm with my partner, okay, every single day, I'm telling you. Okay, and it's not like it's something that's easy, but it's something that if you really practice, you will stay in peaceful energy for a longer period of time. And like we know, the reason that we want to be in peaceful energy is because if we are in love, unity, and peace with ourselves, if we can truly stay here for more of the time, that is the energy that we're offering other people. That is the energy that we're spreading around. Okay, and think about this, whenever you're in any situation, you're literally sharing your energy, you're sharing what you are, you're sharing what you have inside. So if you can practice being peaceful and being loving most of the time, then this is what you're sharing with other people. That is literally what you're spreading around the world whenever you're engaging with other people. Okay, so guys, this week we continue to practice this. We know that in order to stay in peaceful energy, we must remember to forgive ourselves and to forgive other people, to let those feelings of heavy energy go, to let them go so we can be liberated, so we can feel free. And then the third thing is to provide unconditional love to ourselves and to unconditionally love other people as well, right? And always remember, guys, whenever this gets tough for you, remember that the other person in this situation is just like you, okay? We're all trying to figure this out. We're all trying to do better. We're all trying to have a better life for our families, okay? We're literally all in the same boat. And if we can see each other and recognize each other with those loving eyes, then I can guarantee you we're going to move into a more peaceful world, right? But it all starts with us. So I send you a huge hug, guys. We will be in contact. Okay, bye, everyone.